Developing this morning, rescue efforts set to continue for a person missing in Lake Mendota. Plus, we are watching your wallet this morning, how the markets are reacting following the long weekend.
Very nice weather is expected today, but fall-like to end the week. Of the full forecast coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It is the day after a holiday and an important day. Thank you so much for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford. My partner Kyrion is off today. It is the first day of school for a lot of kiddos out there. Let's get them ready to step out the door. Jacob Montesano in for Savannah this morning to get them ready. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Definitely does feel like a Monday, but for the first day of school, it is going to be a very nice one. Now, we are a little bit cool right now, lower 50s, some upper 40s out there, but these temperatures are going to warm up very quickly. We also are seeing some foggy conditions out there. Some areas seeing visibilities down to a quarter of a mile, if not less. So definitely just take it easy out there. Take it a little bit slow if you, as you head to your destination this morning. The fog will clear up very quickly, and by the time we get to the late morning and afternoon, we'll see sunny skies and very nice temperatures, with some clouds developing later in the afternoon and evening, which will lead to some rain overnight, but that's not going to be until midnight at the earliest. Looking at the bus stop forecast for the first day of school for many folks, we are going to see temperatures a little bit cool this morning, but again, otherwise pretty good. And for the afternoon hours, it will definitely be very good with high temperatures in those middle to upper 70s. And as we look at the highs across the region, that is going to be the story for today. So very nice today, but we'll see that rain overnight, and that's going to kind of begin the cool temperatures. Now, overnight lows tomorrow into Wednesday morning will actually be warmer than what they are right now, but afternoon highs will certainly be cooler than the afternoon highs today. So I'll talk more in detail about that and track all of that rainfall coming up a bit later.
All right, talk to you shortly, Jacob. Well, this morning, several kids from around the area are getting ready to get back to school. This morning, our Josh Sprider is live this morning in Madison to see how the Madison School District is getting ready. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Chris. First day of school. We have that first day of school feeling here outside of Olson Elementary on Madison's southwest side as the Madison Metropolitan School District begins their phased beginning for the new school year here. There are some students that will be back in the classroom. That includes 4K, kindergarten, 6th, and 9th, along with early childhood. And then the rest will be back in tomorrow. So it's going to be a big couple of days here as we get excited for the 2025-2026 school year. Coming up a little bit later in the 608, we're going to be talking to the Madison Metropolitan School District Deputy Superintendent, Dr. TJ McCrae, about what they're expecting for the new school year and any of those last-minute tips as parents and kids are getting excited to head out the door, maybe onto the bus, maybe just walking to school this morning. Again, we are about 90 minutes away from the new school year beginning right here at Olson Elementary, so a lot to look forward to later this morning, Chris.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Josh. Thank you. New this morning, Madison police are investigating reports of multiple shots fired and an attempted carjacking. Just after 10 o'clock last night, multiple people called hearing gunshots near the Stonebridge condominiums on the east side. An apartment with someone inside was hit, shattering the glass on the patio door. They searched the area, officers did, but did not arrest anyone. Then about 30 minutes later, a woman was driving in a nearby parking lot when three younger men, she says, began pulling on her car door handles. She then spoke to the officers at the scene of that shooting. But police do not know at this point if those incidents are related. Again, no one injured and no one in custody. Now to some developing news this morning. Rescue teams will continue searching for a missing boater who jumped into Lake Mendota from their pontoon boat. It happened just before 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Several agencies responded to the area to begin the search. The person was reportedly not wearing a life jacket. Rescue efforts had to stop last night around 8 o'clock. Happening today, the former Sun Prairie West High School Dean of Students facing charges for child sex crimes will be in court. Robert Gilkey-Meisegeier faces 13 counts of possessing child sexual abuse material and 2 counts of child sexual exploitation. The criminal complaint alleges that he had sexual contact with multiple students on and off campus. It also says that he secretly took photos without consent, sometimes with school surveillance cameras. A grand jury just indicted him for attempting to produce and possessing child sexual abuse material. He faces a minimum 15 years in prison. Following that investigation, several staffers at Sun Prairie High School were put on leave. We still do not know which ones, but are working to find out. The school board says further action could be taken against those staffers as their investigation continues. Gilkey Meisegeier, meantime, will be in court at 2:15 this afternoon, where he is expected to enter a plea. The Dane County Sheriff and Middleton Police investigating a deadly crash on the Beltline. It happened near Airport Road in Middleton around 11:30 yesterday morning. Crews responded to a crash involving a car and a motorcycle. The driver of the motorcycle died at the scene. The crash closed down all eastbound lanes for several hours. Well, President Donald Trump has long criticized Chicago for violence, and he is expected to take action soon. Sources close to the matter say a federal immigration enforcement operation in the Windy City might start later this week. Chicago officials, though, are preemptively fighting back. Over the weekend, Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order that says police will not collaborate with federal agents. As for Chicago residents, opinions are mixed. New overnight, at least 1,000 people are dead in Sudan after a massive landslide wiped out a village in Darfur. A rebel group that controls the area says there is only one survivor. The group appealed to the UN and other aid organizations for help recovering the dead still buried under dirt and debris. Sudan is embroiled in a bloody civil war between the army and parliamentary rapid support forces, which has plunged the country into one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The disaster struck after days of heavy rain. Well, President Donald Trump could be considering a 200% tariff on pharmaceutical imports. It's a category of products that he's largely spared in his trade war. There's a trade deal between the U.S. and the EU that adds a 15% tariff on European imports, including pharmaceuticals. But for decades, imported medicine has been mostly allowed to enter the country duty-free. We are keeping our eye on the markets this morning. Uncertainty over the president's tariffs is sending stocks lower. Friday, an appeals court ruled most of the duties are illegal. And this morning, Dow futures are down 0.6%. S&P futures are down about 0.75%. NASDAQ futures are down almost a full percent in overnight trading. Bell rings on Wall Street this morning at 8:30 our time. Happening today, a new bus route is set to hit the road in Beloit. It's a new east-west route that replaces the Gateway route and will run year-round. Fare prices stay the same with new discounts for veterans and students. The city is also launching a fare capping system and introducing WISC-Go. WISC-Go allows payment via the UMO app, WISC-Go cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and credit and debit cards. And as kids head back to the classroom, a lot of them today, the city of Madison's reminding you to be careful out there when driving. Some friendly reminders here. Make sure you're slowing down in school zones. Watch for more pedestrians and cyclists, and be prepared to stop near crosswalks. Make sure you're looking out and obeying those crossing guards, and avoid distractions like your cell phone, and be patient when out and about. All right, 6:07 here on your Tuesday. Let's check in with Jacob and see how the forecast is shaping up. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Chris, we are going to see some foggy conditions this morning, but as far as cloud cover goes, we're not going to see much. We'll see plenty of sunshine, but as we get to the overnight hours, we'll start to see some of those showers and a few isolated thunderstorms move through the area, but it's mostly going to be in the form of showers, and this is going to continue into early Wednesday morning. Could see some pockets of heavy rain, but in general, we're not expecting a ton of rainfall from this system. And then throughout Wednesday morning, still some light showers, but notice these temperatures. They're going to rise into the middle and upper 60s by the late morning, and then northwesterly winds throughout the day will keep those temperatures steady, if not slowly causing them to fall into the middle 60s by the evening. And then we'll see clear skies Wednesday night into Thursday, which will allow for some very cool temperatures Thursday morning, possibly dropping into the lower 40s, maybe even upper 30s for some. And then throughout the day on Thursday, we are expecting dry conditions, but despite that, we're going to see very below normal temperatures as those highs are expected to remain in the 60s. So it is going to be a lot cooler after today, but I'll talk more in detail about the extended forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Jacob. 6:08, still ahead. More back to school coverage. We're live at a local school talking with Madison school leaders with any advice for parents and kids before they get back to school.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:12 in the 608. It is the first day of school for a lot of kiddos out there. That includes the Madison Metro School District. Josh Spreiter is live outside of Olson Elementary this morning. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, Chris, good morning to you. Yeah, right outside of Olson Elementary this morning, where we are just about 75 minutes away from the school year beginning here for the Madison Metropolitan School District. Of course, this is one of the many schools across the city, and I've got that first day feeling, but there's someone else that has that first day feeling as well. That's Dr. TJ McCray, the Deputy Superintendent here at MMSD. TJ, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm wonderful. You got that big smile on this morning.
I do. Truly excited to get this school year started off. So today is a big day for what we like to call our transition years. So our kindergartners, our sixth graders, and our ninth graders, for them truly to be able to have an opportunity to be in a building, a new building, for the first time along with their teachers. So super excited about it.
Yeah, when you think about those new students, it can be a little bit intimidating. It can be a little nerve-wracking, but that's what you guys are here for.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine going from middle school to a huge high school. And so just to be there to get the lay of the land on their first day with just you and your peers and your teachers, it allows the students to really feel comfortable in that space.
You know, obviously you guys have many, many schools that are special. What makes Olson Elementary so unique?
I think what really makes Olson so unique this year is that we're piloting a new program. Well, not a new program, but extension to our early learning program. In the MMSD, most of our programs are 4 days a week. We're piloting a 5-day-a-week program here at Olson. So truly thinking about the importance of early learning, that impact on literacy, so starting as early as possible. So we're truly excited to be here at Olson this morning.
Oh, that is so huge. So, you know, you're looking at the new school year. What's your best advice for those kids that are heading off, maybe those parents as well this morning?
I think first and foremost, don't forget your breakfast because that's important. If you don't have it, we'll have it waiting for you when you get to your school. But most importantly, I think just really embracing the newness of the year. We have a lot going on in MMSD this year. We're truly excited about it, truly excited to welcome back our teachers and staff, truly excited to have our students back. So just really just coming with that can-do attitude.
Yeah, and I mean, we're just moments away from those first students showing up here this morning.
Yeah, it's truly excited to have them, from our walkers to our bike riders to those who are riding a bus. We're ready for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and you're looking good in that suit, by the way.
You know, my Badger red.
I've got one just like it. You should have told me. We could have had the same memo going. Thank you, TJ. And again, if you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at the Madison Metropolitan School District, we're going to be here this morning. We also have a link up on channel3000.com. Happy first day of school, Chris.
All right, good stuff. Josh Spreiter, thank you. Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share in the 608. Reach out on social media if you have an idea. 6:15, Jacob Montesano's got 3 things to know as those kids head out this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. We're going to see very nice conditions today with rain expected later tonight, and then we'll see more rain for Thursday night, and that's going to cause some cooler temperatures to end the week. So taking a look at that rainfall forecast, we'll see dry conditions today with showers and a few thunderstorms moving in overnight, continuing into Wednesday morning. But for Wednesday during the day, it looks like the best chance of rain will be in the morning with drier conditions for the afternoon. Still could see some showers, but we're not going to see too much in the form of rain by Wednesday afternoon. But notice these arrows, they're going to be coming out of the northwest. That is the winds, and that's going to keep those temperatures cooler tomorrow. And we're going to continue to see westerly or from winds from out of the west or to the north. They'll vary a little bit, and the continuous breezy conditions from those directions are going to keep the temperatures cool throughout the rest of the week. Now, as we take a look at the next chance of rain, this will be Thursday night, but it will mostly occur after sunset and clear out before sunrise Friday, and it's also mostly going to produce showers. So thankfully, that's going to occur overnight, but we'll continue to see some of those breezy conditions for Friday as well, which will continue to cause those temperatures to be cool. So starting late tonight into Wednesday morning, those winds are going to pick up. Gusts could be up around 20 to 30 miles per hour, calming down a little bit for later Wednesday into Thursday as the rain chance will be a little bit less. And then for Friday, that's when the winds will be the strongest, potentially up to around 30 miles per hour for some. And again, continuously out of the northwest, causing some cool temperatures. So Thursday and Friday will feature highs only near 60. Now they are going to warm up from there, but we're still going to have temperatures pretty easily below normal. Notice at the top of the screen, The average high is 77, and after today, we're not going to get to that point for quite a while. It does look like we will start to warm up for the middle of next week and beyond. It may continue to warm up, but from Wednesday through early next week, expect highs in the 60s, maybe low 70s by the later portion of the weekend. But Thursday and Friday especially will be fall-like. It is also going to be breezy, as I mentioned, which may make the temperatures feel even cooler. So if you like the warmer temperatures, soak in the warmer weather today, because we may not see these temperatures return for quite a while.
No, you were not dreaming. Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer. The all-world pass rusher wore the green and gold for the first time yesterday, but did so at practice in a limited capacity. He says he's trying to play in Sunday's season opener against the Lions that, by the way, will air right here on News 3 now at 3 o'clock, but his play is no sure thing, at least for this weekend. He sat out of the Cowboys training camp this year due to a back injury that still seems to be bothering him. One thing, however, is for certain: when he does take the field, he'll be a nightmare.
Shoot, his play speaks for itself. His name speaks for itself. I feel like the sky's the limit for him. The sky's the limit for our defensive line group, and just can't wait to see him go.
He's a great player. Nightmares for the opposite side of the ball. You know, like half's gonna have a pretty fun time with us. So ready to look towards that.
The MVP of Wisconsin football's Week 1 win was their defense. It was an incredible game for the Badgers, but more specifically, the credit goes to their sixth-year safety, Preston Zachman. In the fourth quarter alone, he had not one but 2 interceptions, which sealed the victory and the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Week award, an award that he thinks belongs to the entire defense for not allowing a single point against Miami.
It's obviously a good feeling, but once again, it's a credit to the guys up front, pressuring the quarterback, making him make bad decisions. It's very hard to get a shutout in college football, but I mean, we're on to the next game now, and we got to do it again next week.
I'm excited for him. I'm proud of him. And it wasn't just the two picks. He's really stepped up in his leadership.
To the volleyball court, Wisconsin volleyball opened their season this past weekend. They beat number 14 Kansas in a 5-set thriller before getting swept at the Kohl Center by 5th-ranked Texas. The AVCA poll, or the national rankings, came out yesterday this week, and the Badgers stayed put as the nation's 8th-ranked team. If you're asking me, and I don't know that you did ask, but I'm going to give you my opinion anyways, Bryce Terang was the best player in baseball in the month of August. Let's look at some numbers for his career as a whole. As a rookie 2 years ago, Terang hit 6 home runs over the course of the entire season. Last year, all year, he hit 7 home runs. In the month of August this year, he hit 10 home runs. He's been on a tear, has Bryce Terang, the Crew's keystone, budding into a full-blown superstar in front of our eyes. But that wasn't just in August. Leads off September with a series-opening home run. How about it? Another Bryce bomb, and he cannot be cooled down. But the Phillies would fill it back up, tied at 8 apiece in the top of the 9th, and Brandon Marsh, who had 4 hits on the day, puts the Crew away. Philly takes it 10-8. They'll get the day off today, and they'll pick it back up tomorrow. I hope you had a lovely holiday weekend. That is your morning sports fix, and I hope you turn it in to a terrific Tuesday.
Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead, Packers fans keep a Lambeau tradition alive in the pricey menu item turning heads at the U.S. Open. Trending this morning, the U.S. Open of tennis continues today in New York City, and one of the items on the menu is getting a lot of attention. Outside of Arthur Ashe Stadium, fans are particularly buzzing about the caviar-topped chicken nuggets. 6 nuggets, a side of caviar. Look at that, $100.
I do know caviar is very expensive. I've never had it, but $100 for a few chicken nuggets on caviar.
You know what? People are all buzzing about it.
Yeah.
Even some saying that they need to make more money so they could just afford it. Other items that are popular this year at the tournament, the mahi mango tacos, ramen shrimp scampi, and rye cookies. All right, so there you go, some fancy dishes there at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, people I feel like are always trying to mix different things together to create, something special. I mean, the first person that put peanut butter and jelly together probably were just experimenting.
There we go. Thank you to the person who invented peanut butter and jelly. Packers fans keeping a tradition alive in Green Bay. Every Labor Day they paint a new motivational slogan on one of the fences right outside the stadium. It started more than 20 years ago when Fred Harsh moved from New Jersey to retire near the team. His home and fence are right across from Lambeau Field, and Packers fans know this well. They always look forward to the new slogan. Hirsch died a couple years ago, but his family maintains that tradition. Good to see that they're still doing that. A lot of yellow and green.
Yeah.
You love that?
Yeah, and I feel
Bears
like
fan.
I respect the Packers a lot. Great rivalry, and this time of year, there's a lot of buzz about the football season. Labor Day is like the calm before the storm, football-wise.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, we're back right after this. Don't go anywhere. This morning, continuing coverage of a Sun Prairie school staffer accused of child sex crimes. What to expect in court today. Plus, after a month-long recess, Congress returns today. The timetable to avoid a government shutdown. And back to school. A lot of kids head back today. We'll have some expert advice to help pack those school lunches, especially for picky eaters. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on the first day of school for so many kiddos out there. I'm Chris Stanford. My partner Kyrie Lee is off today. Let's get them ready to step out the door. Jacob, I'm saying it's one of those days they're going to need that sweatshirt or a jacket or something when they start, but at the end of the day, they're not going to need it, and ultimately they'll forget it at school, and we'll have to remind them that they have to root for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is a chilly start to the day, but by the afternoon it's going to be very nice. Right now we're seeing temperatures in the lower 50s, even some upper 40s for areas to the north, middle 50s in southwest Wisconsin. Also seeing some foggy conditions out there, visibility down to a quarter of a mile in some areas, so definitely just take it a little bit easy on your way to work, or if you're taking your kids to school, the visibility will be a little bit low in the morning, but that fog will clear up very quickly, leading to very sunny skies during the late morning with a little bit more cloud cover as we head into the afternoon and evening, but not expecting any rainfall. So looking at the bus stop forecast, first one of the year, we are going to see some cool conditions in the morning, but still pretty comfortable. And then by the afternoon, we're going to have those high temperatures in the 70s with still plenty of sunshine. And across the board, we're going to see highs in the middle to upper 70s. So a very nice day is in store for us for the first day of school for many. But as we head into the overnight hours, we'll see some rain develop. And actually, the cloud cover will lead to low temperatures tomorrow being warmer than the low temperatures today. But afternoon highs will certainly be cooler. So I'll talk more about that coming up a bit later.
All right, sounds good. This morning, kids from around the area are getting ready to head back to school. Our Josh Sprider is live out at Olson Elementary this morning to see how Madison schools are getting ready. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, Chris, good morning to you. Beautiful morning for the first day of school outside of Olson Elementary here on Madison's southwest side. We are just an hour away from the school year beginning here for the Madison Metropolitan School District. Olson Elementary, one of the many schools, of course, that will be heading back. Now, they do a phased start like a lot of the major school districts in the area. So new students and maybe those new schools start today. We're talking 4K, kindergarten, 6th and 9th grade. Those will be the students that will be heading back today. The rest will head back tomorrow. So a big couple of days here for many students across the area, especially right here at Olson Elementary. Like I mentioned, it's a beautiful morning. It's going to be a great day to head back to the classroom. And coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking with the Deputy Superintendent, Dr. TJ McCrae, about the excitement ahead of the new school year and what those folks should maybe expect as they head off to school this morning, especially those parents and those kiddos maybe heading to the bus stop or making the walk down here to their school. So a lot to look forward to yet this morning. But again, happy first day of school. You can feel the excitement in the air already, Chris.
All right, no first day jitters for Josh, that is for sure. We'll talk to you shortly. Thank you. Now to some developing news this morning. Rescue teams will continue searching for a missing boater who jumped into Lake Mendota from their pontoon boat. It happened just before 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Several agencies responded to the area to begin the search. The person was reportedly not wearing a life jacket. Rescue efforts stopped last night around 8 o'clock. New this morning, Madison police are investigating reports of multiple shots fired and an attempted carjacking. Just after 10 o'clock last night, multiple people called hearing gunshots near the Stonebridge condominiums on the east side. An apartment with someone inside was hit, shattering the glass on the patio door. Officers searched the area but did not arrest anyone. Then about 30 minutes later, a woman was driving in a nearby parking lot when she says 3 younger men began pulling on her car door handles. She spoke to officers at the scene of the shooting. Police do not know if the incidents are related at this point. Again, no one injured, no one in custody either. Happening today, the former Sun Prairie West High School Dean of Students facing charges for child sex crimes will be in court. Robert Gilkey-Meissegeyer faces 13 counts of possessing child sex abuse material and 2 counts of child sexual exploitation. The criminal complaint alleges that he had sexual contact with multiple students on and off campus. It also says that he secretly took photos without the consent of students, sometimes with school surveillance cameras. A grand jury recently indicted him for attempting to produce and possessing child sexual abuse material. He faces a minimum of 15 years in prison. Following the investigation, several staffers in the Sun Prairie School District were put on leave. We still do not know which ones, but are working to find out. The school board says further action could be taken against those staffers as their investigation continues. Gilkey-Meissegeyer is expected in court at 2:15 this afternoon, where he is expected to enter his plea. The Dane County Sheriff and Middleton Police Departments investigating a deadly crash on the Beltline. It happened near Airport Road in Middleton around 11:30 yesterday morning. Crews responded to a crash involving a car and a motorcycle. The driver of the motorcycle died at the scene. The crash closed down all eastbound lanes of the Beltline for several hours. Now to our nation's capital, where Congress returns to work today with less than a month to avoid a government shutdown. President Trump predicting that a bill to keep the government funded might squeak through in a partisan vote. Last week, the House and Senate's top Democrats again called for a meeting with their GOP counterparts to help fund the government in a bipartisan way. The current budget stopgap runs out on September 30th. Meanwhile, congressional committees are juggling several high-profile issues this week, including the House bipartisan investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's files and the ongoing fallout from the firing of the CDC director. It led to the resignation of other top CDC officials. Developing in Afghanistan this morning, the search for survivors continues following the weekend's deadly earthquake. A 6.0 quake rocked eastern Afghanistan late Sunday, killing at least 1,400. Officials say the death toll could rise significantly as they search for more people beneath the rubble. 6:36 here on your Tuesday. To the Brewers. Phillies in town for a 3-game series. Bryce Terang at the plate, who's been red hot. And he leads things off with a shot over the wall, his 17th homer of the year. Brewers off to a great start, but Phillies would battle back. Top of the 9th, all tied up. Brandon Marsh, who's 4 hits on the day, ended up winning the Phillies the game. Just too much for the crew to handle. 10-8 the final. Brewers get the day off today, and then they'll pick things back up tomorrow. A great moment at the Brewers game yesterday. James Smalls, a Milwaukee first responder with over 30 years of experience, was all ready to throw out the first pitch. And a surprise for him, the Brewers teamed up with Vortex and Custom Canines to deliver him Golden Retriever Hawk. It was James' background that led them to the surprise.
I was diagnosed with PTSD 9 years ago and have been treated for that since then. And I know a lot of other people, and I've been able to help advocate for them through the peer support programs and so on too. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that.
James says he's really looking forward to being able to have his own canine since they can help out in difficult times of distress. Micah Parsons officially a Green Bay Packer now. The pass rusher wore the green and gold for the first time yesterday in practice, but was limited. He says he's trying to play in Sunday's season opener against the Lions, but it's no sure thing. Don't forget, you can watch that game against the Lions right here on WISC-TV. It's a 3:15 kickoff on Sunday. Hey, a reminder, if you live in Madison, if your garbage day was yesterday on the holiday, make sure to get those trash cans out this morning. Madison Streets Division says those who normally get their trash picked up on Tuesdays will not be affected. Make sure to get those carts out by 6:30. Back to our back-to-school coverage. We're helping you get those kiddos ready to start the school year. Packing healthy school lunches that your kids will actually eat. Doesn't have to be a struggle. Registered dietitian Megan McNamee, the co-author of Feeding Little's Lunches, stopped by CBS Mornings with some tasty suggestions. Each school lunch, she says, should include a carbohydrate source, a protein, a fruit, a vegetable, and then something fun like a dip, dessert, or chips. Some examples include veggie wontons, rice cake sandwiches, or a yogurt parfait.
The point of the yogurt parfait is a build your own option. So you can kind of pile it, your child can pile it together if they want, or if they're not into mixed foods yet, maybe they eat them all separately. So people kind of think they have to do, again, that kind of formal lunch, but we can have breakfast for lunch. That's okay.
She says variety is key. And as for those picky eaters, she says it takes kids between 10 and 20 times just seeing something before they eat it for the first time. So continue exposing your kids to healthy foods. The more they see it, the more likely they are to eat it eventually. And as those kids head back out to the classroom, make sure you are watching out for more pedestrians. Friendly reminders here from the city of Madison. Make sure you're slowing down in school zones. Watch for more pedestrians and cyclists. Be prepared to stop near crosswalks and look out for crossing guards and make sure you obey them. Avoid distractions too, like your cell phones, and just be patient when you're out and about. All right, those kids headed out this door this morning. Jacob, pretty comfy conditions for the first day.
Yeah, today is going to be pretty quiet. We are going to see some changes, though, for the rest of the week. Let's take a look at the cloud cover, rainfall, and temperature forecast for the next few days. Today, we're seeing some cloudy skies this morning, temperatures in the 50s, but they're going to rise into the 70s with plenty of sunshine by the time we get to the afternoon. But then we'll see some showers and a few isolated thunderstorms move in overnight. Now, they're not going to move in until closer to midnight, but as we head into Wednesday morning, we're still going to see some of these showers linger. Nothing is expected to be too heavy during the day, but don't be surprised if there are some showers in your area during the morning commute tomorrow. And temperatures will start out near 60, so actually warmer to start the day tomorrow than today. But notice these temperatures not really rising all that much. If anything, they may slowly fall after the noon hour, with temperatures peaking in the upper 60s, then dropping into the middle and lower 60s. And then as we head into the overnight hours Wednesday, clear skies will allow temperatures to really drop easily into the 40s, maybe even into the upper 30s for some areas. And continuing into the day on Thursday, we are going to see mostly dry conditions, but despite that, we're only going to see highs in the middle to lower 60s. So a much cooler end to the week, and I'll continue talking more about it and show you more chances of rainfall before the week is over, coming up after the break.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jacob. Coming up, our back-to-school coverage begins at a beautiful shot here of Olson Elementary on the southwest side. As kiddos are headed back to school today, we're talking with officials with the Madison School District to help get everyone ready.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:44 on your Tuesday and the 6:08 this morning. We are getting kids ready to go back to school. A lot of kiddos start today, and that includes a lot of kids at the Madison Metro schools. Josh Ryder live outside of Olson Elementary this morning. Good morning, Josh.
I've got that first day feeling, and I'm not even heading back to school today. We are that excited as the new school year begins here for the Madison Metropolitan School District. As you mentioned, we're outside of Olson Elementary. We're on the city's southwest side, and in just moments here, we're just minutes away from the first kids showing up for the school year. And one of the folks that's probably most excited about this is the Deputy Superintendent of MMSD, Dr. TJ McCrae. TJ, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm wonderful. You got a big smile on your face this morning.
Always excited to welcome back to our students, start off this next school year. So we're super excited. Can't believe it's here, but we're super excited to have the students back in the building.
And can we have a better morning to head back? It is gorgeous outside.
It is so gorgeous being out here so early, watching the sunrise, the birds out. It is truly a welcoming day today.
What is in your mind this morning about what is going to make this school year so special?
I think there's a new energy in the district. I mean, we're truly excited to have a lot of new things going on in the district. Truly excited to see where the district is headed. Over here at Olson, we're super excited to have a new program that we're piloting where our 4K program is now 5 days versus 4 days, just to see the impact that that's going to have on our scholars. So we're truly excited to be here and just get the school year going.
And like a lot of major school districts, you guys do a phase phase start. You do that for a reason, for some of those new kids and those new buildings.
Absolutely. So we do it for our 4K students, our kindergarten students, our 6th graders, and our 9th graders. This allows those students an opportunity to be in the building where they can learn the layout of the building with just them and their peers and their teachers before the whole student body comes back. So it's a good day to be here and just an opportunity for our students to be welcome.
And you guys have been working through the summer to be ready for this first day of school. You don't just show up.
We don't. We've been going around the clock to get us here. I know our teachers are nice and rested, but some of us have been around just to ensure that we can get to this day. So we're truly excited.
You know, there might be some kids out there that have those first day jitters. What would be your message for them this morning?
Bring the jitters to school with you, and we will educate them at the same time. So just come back, right? I think that's the biggest thing, to be in community, to build those relationships, and we welcome you.
And that's really what it's all about. It's looking towards the future, and it's having that positive attitude. And what better place to do it than in these 4 walls right here?
Absolutely. And learn the skills that you need in order to be able to do that. One of the things I like to say is we're teaching our students more than just the math and the reading, but truly how to be great citizens. So send them to school and we'll get that done.
That's what it's all about. TJ, thank you so much for your time, and happy first day of school.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at MMSD and their school district calendar, get a phase start over the next couple of days, just go to the story up on channel3000.com, Chris. We're going to see those kids, those buses, those bikes rolling up any moment, and we can't wait to show you a little bit later on News 3 Now.
Sounds good. We wish them all the best first day of school. Thanks, Josh. Josh is always looking for inspirational stuff to share in the 608. You have an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it. 648, Jacob Montesano here with 3 things to know as those kids head back to school. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. We are going to see very nice conditions today, seasonable and dry, but rain will move in overnight. That's going to bring in a shift in the wind really out of the northwest, cooling the temperatures down. We'll also have a chance of rain Thursday night, and that's going to even solidify even further those cooler temperatures for the end of the week. So looking at those rain chances, not going to see anything today. The rain will start to move in kind of around midnight tonight for parts of the northwestern viewing area, and it's mostly going to be in the form of showers tonight. A few thunderstorms are possible, and this is going to continue into Wednesday morning, but it's mostly going to occur only during the morning hours for the day on Wednesday. Could see some light rain in the afternoon, but not going to see much, with clearer skies once we get to Wednesday night and early Thursday, and then not going to see much during the day on Thursday. Maybe some light, small chance of some showers Thursday evening, but we are more likely going to see that rainfall Thursday night. But the good news is that this will move in after sunset Thursday, move out before sunrise Friday. So the rainfall shouldn't be too impactful, but it's going to continue to drop those temperatures as we'll continue to see northwesterly winds. Now, looking at that wind gust forecast, not going to see windy conditions today, but they are going to pick up overnight into Wednesday. Gusts up around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Calming down later in the day Wednesday and for Thursday as the rain chance does decrease. But then when we get to Friday, that second front moving through will cause the winds to pick back up, gusting up around 25 to 30 miles per hour. And as I've been talking about, really cooling those temperatures down. Highs will be in the upper 60s for Wednesday, lower 60s Thursday, Friday. Some areas may see highs only in the upper 50s when the average high is supposed to be in the upper 70s this time of the year. Now, after Thursday, Friday, the temperatures will warm up, but we're still only going to see highs in the 60s once we get to the weekend, with warmer temperatures for the middle of the week and then continuing to warm up as we head into the middle of September, with finally the projection with the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook showing potentially above normal temperatures. But after today, we're certainly not going to see the 70s return for quite a while until potentially the middle, maybe early next week. But certainly by the middle of the week, it looks like those 70s will return, with not much in the form of rainfall after that Thursday night system. Could see some rain Tuesday, but the weekend is looking pretty good considering we'll be dry and very sunny, despite the fact that temperatures will be below normal.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. Nice and comfortable. Jacob, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, missing boater. What's next in the search on Lake Mendota? And if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. .654, time for the morning sprint. Today, rescue teams will continue searching for a missing boater who jumped into Lake Mendota from their pontoon boat. It happened just before 6 o'clock yesterday evening. The person was reportedly not wearing a life jacket. Rescue efforts had to stop around 8 o'clock last night. Madison police investigating reports of multiple shots fired and an attempted carjacking. Just after 10 o'clock last night, multiple people called hearing gunshots near the Stonebridge condominiums on the east side. Then, 30 minutes later, a woman was driving in a nearby parking lot when she says 3 young men began pulling on her car door handles. Police do not know if the incidents are related. No arrests and no injuries to report. Robert Gilkey Meisegeier, the former Sun Prairie West High School Dean of Students, expected in court today. He is facing 13 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material and 2 counts of child sexual exploitation. He's expected in court at 2:15 this afternoon for his arraignment, where he is expected to enter his plea. Dane County Sheriff and Middleton Police investigating a deadly crash on the Beltline. It happened near Airport Road in Middleton around 11:30 yesterday morning. Crews responded to a crash involving a car and a motorcycle. The driver of the motorcycle died at the scene. The crash shut down all eastbound lanes of the Beltline for several hours. A new treatment approach is showing promise preventing breast cancer from returning. The University of Pennsylvania clinical trial found that it's possible to identify breast cancer survivors at risk of their cancer coming back by locating dormant cancer cells in their bodies. Already existing cancer drugs were able to clear those dormant cancer cells in 80% of the trial's participants. In Washington this morning, Congress is returning to work. It comes as they have less than a month to avoid a government shutdown. President Trump predicts a bill to keep the government funded might squeak through in a partisan vote. Last week, House and Senate's top Democrats again called for a meeting with their counterparts to help fund the government in a bipartisan way.
And here's a final look at your 10-day forecast. Very nice day with rain tonight into tomorrow, cooling the temperatures off, and there's going to be more rain Thursday night, continuing to see those temperatures cool for Thursday, Friday. And then we are going to warm up for the weekend and next week, but still going to remain below normal as we head into the middle portion of next week.
Thanks, Jacob. Kids head back to school here shortly. We'll have an update at 7:25. Our next newscast is at noon. CBS Mornings is next.